I'm Cody O'Reilly with Join Team Hunt, sharing real stories from the West, insights from the hunt, and new ways to connect with fellow outdoor enthusiasts. Be part of the action. Subscribe to Join Team Hunt. Rate this episode and tell a buddy, because you're not getting any younger and those mountains aren't getting any easier. All right, welcome guys. Join Team Hunt. Today we got Brian Dowling on from Asheville, Virginia. Hopefully I didn't botch that, but out in Virginia. Brian has quite a bit of experience in the shooting industry. Just a few things on Brian. He's a former U.S. Army. Thank you for your service, first and foremost. I can't thank you enough. That is remarkable. You spent 5 years in there. I'll let you kind of touch on that, but you're also right now currently at XCal, which I've never even heard of until you brought it up, and I started looking into YouTube videos, and it's 90,000 square feet in a building, and you have 27 lanes. That's incredible. There's a lot of shooting going on there. So again, I'll let you touch on that, but you got an education in firearms, mastery in small arms. So I'm going to start shooting here. I'm a little bit late to the game. I wish I was shooting probably 3-4 months ago, but haven't even let one down the lane yet. So I got some practice myself to get on, and hopefully it comes back, and it should, just like kind of riding a bike. But I've shot for, I don't know, since I was 13, 14 on my grandpa's farm. So it should come back quick. But if you got any tips or anything that I can brush up on real quick, I would appreciate it. And
no problem.
I'll kind of throw it over to you, Brian, and you kick us off and give us a little bit of intro on yourself.
Sure. Thank you for having me on. Like I we had a little bit of discussion, but it's always awesome. When hunters from two different sides of the world, two different sides of the country can get together and compare notes, learn about each other.
Heck yeah, man!
Realize that we all have different faces. Yeah. But my name's Brian Dowling, and I'm a former United States Army infantryman. I did 5 years in the infantry and the artillery, and I've always been a gun guy. I'm actually a gunsmith and an armorer here at XCal. I also run a whole bunch of other stuff here. I've been here since we were cement, and it's an amazing facility. Anybody out there in internet land, check it out on Instagram. It's awesome. After I got out of the Army, I decided I wanted to continue to serve. So I went to go contract for the government. I worked for the FDIC security contractor for another 5 years. And then I just worked on education. I have degrees in gunsmithing, forensic science, and I got my master's degree in military history. And I stayed in the gun world the entire time. At this facility, I teach AR build classes, I teach pistol classes, I teach all sorts of armor and gunsmith level courses. And it's kind of my passion, but it's not all I do. I love being an avid outdoorsman. We are big whitetail hunters here on the East Coast. I actually hunt in between Virginia and West Virginia, where I live. So I have two different places. Mostly so I can have two different hunting licenses.
That works out good that way, huh?
Oh yeah, it really works out. It really works out. It does. Yeah, I have a very full freezer at home, and I like to keep it that way. And the biggest deal for me for hunting, especially being a veteran, and having been mobilized, I did a whole disaster relief to the Army. It's really a very solid trauma therapy for me. My days out in the woods are like the best days that I have. Besides spending time with my wife and my kids. It's very healing for me. So it's very important to me. It's also important to me that I guide people in the right direction. Being a gun guy, I got no shortage of first-time hunters that come to me, and all they want is my advice. And they get plenty of it ad nauseum. I could talk about guns until
Speaking of firearms and guns, I'm a big, firm believer of keep it basic. Get really good at the basic and then kind of expand off of that. But I think once you throw too much into there, especially when you're out in the field, you're only remembering a couple things. You're basically focused on that animal and trying to get him down. But other than that, and I'm just a firm believer, really keeping it basic. I mean, What's your approach with new guys getting into the field, or even some of your advanced shooters out there? What tips or tricks do you have to, I don't know, improve your accuracy, or really making sure you stick to the basics? And then kind of, what are those basic principles that you coach and teach?
So I firmly believe in the KISS principle, just like you. It's always I always look at myself and I tell myself, keep it simple, stupid. Just do what you got to do to make it not too complex.
Yeah.
One of the things I tell people is, one, pick your rifle. It doesn't have to be the most complex rifle in the entire world. Make sure it checks all the boxes. Make sure your caliber is big enough for your game. Make sure that it's an accurate round. And hunting rifles, there really aren't many inaccurate rounds or rounds that you're going to use enough to burn barrels or do anything crazy like that. I'll give you an example. If a customer came up to me and they said, "I want to be able to hunt everything in North America. Whatever it is. You know, I just want to keep all my options open. Look at them. I'll just tell them. Pick your caliber first. What's going to drop everything in North America? What's going to do it? What's going to do it? 7mm red mag with the 300 wood mag. And then I ask them the next question. The game here. How far are you walking? How far are you going? Are you going to stand for the rest of your life? Are you going to up a mountain? You'll pick your rifle based on that. If you stay with a name brand rifle, Christensen. I use Seekins primarily, but I'm a little bit of sneaking snob.
Nice.
Seekins, Christensen, something that's not necessarily destroy your bank account. Bergara is a great one. But you pick the right caliber, you pick based on your environment. And the next thing is pick your optic. Your optic is going to do 10 times more than your rifle is. And once you pick it, know it. If you know whether or not you pick MilDot, learn MilDot or AMRAD. If you pick MOA, stick with MOA and learn MOA. First focal plane, second focal plane. Those are important things to know. You know, here at XCal, we teach a long-range marksmanship class. It's one of those courses that would definitely advance a person in being able to hunt across the country. But as far as keeping it simple, pick your rifle, pick your optic, and what most people say, your optic should be about half the price to the same price as your rifle, and then pick your rings and you're done.
Yeah, I agree. I shot just a plain Jane Remington 308 for years and years. And now last year, I just switched over to a Winchester 300 Win Mag. Love the gun. It's like the meat eater version, I believe. But something that I noticed was that stock that comes down a little bit on that Winchester, on that version of gun. It really helps me set and get locked in, and my accuracy just went up like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And your technique is something that you want to work on all the time. If you can spend at least a night a week, half hour, getting down in the prone, getting a good cheek weld, making it quick, getting your eye quick to that scope, getting to that ocular, then you will find that your game increases much better when you get out to the field. And that's whether it's tactical shooting or hunting. Doesn't really matter.
So let's get back to a little bit of those basics. What are those first couple steps? I mean, you talk about getting down, laying down in prone position. What about like squeezing the trigger? Some of those easy steps, keeping it real basic, just for us hunters and shooters out there.
So it's kind of funny. I don't look it, but I'm an infantryman. I am learning marksmanship all the way back in the days when we used the brass technique. Breathe, relax, aim, sight, squeeze. The funny thing is that moving into outdoor events, shooting for sporting purposes, hunting, or even target practice. I find that brass still applies. I mean, if you were down in that prone, and you prepared yourself for any kind of position that you might be in when you're hunting, and you remember, to take a deep breath in, let it about halfway out, relax yourself, you aim, sight, make sure that you have a nice crisp vision of those crosshairs. And then squeeze that trigger. And almost the same thing in hunting. Let it surprise you. You were gonna be going through a flurry of emotions. Your adrenaline's gonna be pumping.
Absolutely.
You're looking at it. For me, looking at 6 to 8 points, and I want those 6 to 8 points real bad. And if you can relax through it and let that gun just go off and do what it's supposed to do, you'll find yourself being a much more successful shooter and hunter, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. A few things that I really try to put myself into is sometimes you're not going to be able to get in that prone position. So my backpack, when I get out to the range, I really try to shoot from my backpack just so I have a good rest, a good spot. I'm always going to have my backpack. I'm always going to be able to hopefully get up on a rock or do something to where I can get locked in, but I'm not always going to be able to get into prone. I mean, first and foremost, you want to be in prone, especially for a long shot. But when you got to hurry up and take a quick shot, I do quite a bit of practicing off my backpack and have a decent rest to where if I got to make a quick shot, I've practiced that enough to where it comes comfortable.
I agree with you 100%. I'm one of the few people I know out of my hunting buddies that drags a full Everly stock up my tree stand. Because one, I'm worried about run out of food, but two, backpacks are amazing shooting platforms. I go so far that I keep two of my Armageddon bags in my backpack. Nice. Just because laying my bag out and then throwing that Army bag on top of it just gives me such a stable platform to shoot off of.
Yeah, for sure, man. Gotta ask, what range are you comfortable with shooting at?
Farthest?
Yeah.
A grand.
Wow.
Yeah, I can get out there. Don't get me wrong. I miss a lot. But my most comfortable range, anywhere inside 400 or 500, I can actually make a shot if I do it right. If I screw it up, I'll miss. But I feel comfortable if all my ducks are in a row. I've got my range. I've laid it. I know where I'm shooting out to. My test girl's usually hanging right off my gear. Now that I use one. And then I just look up my range card, and I'll feel okay about it. As long as I do something stupid in the middle of the shot.
What else do you want to talk about on firearms, or do you want to get in the hunting side of it?
Well, nothing. Just nothing. As far as guns are concerned, don't overthink them. That's my biggest thing with people. I'm a gunsmith. And an armor, and I build guns all the time. I can be complicated. I can be weird. But let me do it.
Yeah, for sure.
The more I experiment, the better the gun industry is. But for the hunter that wants to go and enjoy the outdoors, put meat in the fridge. Work on some conservation. Who wants to be a part of the community? Pick a rifle. Stick with it. Learn that optic. And just be done with it. Yeah, don't overthink it. Now, if you want to collect a billion guns, I'm all for that too. So I'm not going to stop you. But
yeah, throw some rounds down the range, so to speak, right? And just get out there and practice and get at it.
Yeah, know your gun. That's it.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yep.
For sure. I'm right there with you, man. What do you got coming up this year for hunting? What tags you got, or what? You got any big trips planned?
So whitetail, because I hunt in between Virginia and West Virginia.
Yeah.
I think my potential number per deer I could take could be about 16.
Wow. That's a lot of meat, man.
It is. I don't take that many. But we do have a pretty stout Actually, stout's not the word. We have an overpopulation in Virginia, West Virginia. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I'm actually on a kill permit for the off season. We've only taken a couple beer, me and the boys, but during the season, I'd like to get a couple shooter butts that really look good. I'm not a trophy hunter by any means, but I'd like to get a couple. And then I'll fill the rest of the freezer with those. And then I'll probably top out at about 7 deer. That's my guess.
Right on.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably a little bit of both. I like to trophy hunt, but yet I still like the game and I like being out there. And I mean, the number one thing is just enjoying the outdoors and living those experiences with others and sharing those stories, to me, in my opinion. But I do like a trophy animal. I'm not going to lie. But I do like the meat, and I love the chase and the thrill of it.
Yeah, it's a when you see that one, we have smaller deer here. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. But when you see that 6 or that 8 come, walking out where you didn't expect them, there's a good chance, coronary's going to follow if you don't shoot that deer, But just being out there is everything to me. It just totally clears my head. And it makes everything in my life better. It makes work better, makes home life better, makes my health better. Like we all forget about that aspect,
Yeah, for sure. Do you have an incredible hunting story or one that you want to share with us?
So, there is a good one that I like to share. I was on the Hunting Stories podcast one time, and I'm trying not to cross-reference stories.
Please share. If it's a great story, well, we want to hear it.
It was last year. It was my last year, and it's kind of my funniest one. But I was hunting on a friend's property, and I'd gone in, and it was going to be my last year of the year, without a doubt. And I happened to actually hit a doe at maybe 75 yards. And I used the same gun all year long, and it was a 300 blackout, and it cruised right through this doe, and it was a good shot. But this doe had some energy left in her, and she trucked right into a ravine.
No.
And I hadn't planned on that.
Right.
I had all drops all year long. And I was like, I'm going to have to go dig through this ravine and find this doe. So it was my hardest dig out. And I found this doe and I drug her. It had to be 75 yards through the woods and over trees, under things. She fallen right in like a creek. And I finally got her to the bottom of this little ATV trail. And I went got my deer card, and I went down to go get her, and I was by myself in the snow. There was no way I was getting her up this hill. I tried everything. I fell down 15 times, I think I threw the deer card. Like it just wasn't working. So I went to go get my truck. And I was like, that's it. I'm gonna pull her out. And me being my prepared self, I had nothing. And I'm saying I had nothing to assist me. So I'm in Northern Virginia. I'm not that far from a hardware store, and I go find this little mom and pop hardware store in Middleburg, Virginia. And with no self-awareness whatsoever, I go walking in there. And I grab all the stuff I think I need. And I walk up to the counter at this little hardware store. And I put. I'm trying to remember. I think I put a hatchet, 200-foot spools of rope, 3 bungee cords, and I'm covered in blood.
Oh no!
And I look right at the lady, and I'm like, I didn't murder anybody. I swear to God. And she's just looking at me, and I go, look. I shot a deer. Stuck down in the middle of the woods. I need to drag her out. I need all this stuff. She's like, I'm not asking any more questions. Just get out.
Just leave.
And so,
awesome.
I rolled back there, and of course, all I needed was 100 feet of rope. I drug her out and threw the bed of the truck, and I was off. But it was the one time when I would have expected maybe Loudoun County Sheriff to come pick me up at a hardware store because I lived in suspicious in Mecca.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Other than that, we have some of my best stories really come from. I use these guys. In North Carolina called Carolina Razorbacks, and they're awesome. They'll drop you off right in the middle of the swamp and abandon you. Like they're like, go do your thing. And they'll lead you to a blind, and they'll be like, we'll see you tomorrow. Those are some of my favorite hunting trips because they are. I hate to say it. They remind me so much of my military days. Just because you're in the middle of nowhere. Pitch black. You got nods on. You're looking through thermal, and the things that you hear in the swamp in North Carolina are literally terrifying. And you're on your own. And I'm sitting there texting my wife, once every 2 hours, being like, I love you. See you tomorrow, hopefully. I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
So you hunt with llamas, not to ask you a question on your own podcast, but
go ahead, ask away, man.
Yeah, so you use llamas when you go into the backcountry? Did I hear that right on your podcast?
Yeah, I sure do. So we got 4 llamas. I originally got 2 from Bo Beatty. I don't know if you heard of him or not, but so we got 2 llamas from Bo Beatty, and then we got 2 llamas from Patrick Siebert. So 4 total llamas. We brought Llama Life back to Minnesota. Our neighbors and people around Minnesota are like, what the heck are you guys doing? But
I'm all about it, man. I love it.
Dude, it's awesome. Llamas aren't typically, they kind of just want to be left alone. But when you go out with your llamas and you're out there for 2 or 3 weeks, you kind of form a little bit of a bond. You're kind of relying on each other, and you get back in that week back home. It's like they kind of come up to you, and you just there's a little bit more of a bond there, and it's pretty cool.
Well, if you can create even that much of a bond with an animal that's indifferent about you, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
They're my watchdog while I'm out there. They've saved my bacon a few times, man. I've had a couple grizzlies come in through camp, and they set off like an alarm call.
Mm-hmm.
And them grizzlies tuck tail and go the other way.
Really?
So, yeah, I think that's pretty remarkable. If a grizzly's afraid of a llama, that llama's pretty.
That llama's pretty stout.
Yeah, I get crap about my llamas, but if they knew what a grizzly did when they encounter a llama, they'd probably think twice.
That is one of the themes. When I was watching you on YouTube, I have this feeling the safety aspect that you very much concentrate on. And me having been out west, time out west, that safety aspect sometimes is so much more real out where you are.
My goodness, it really is.
If I got lost in Martinsburg, West Virginia, I could find my way to town by moonlight. But I've been lost in Colorado before, and I never thought I was going to see civilization again.
And it can happen quickly, man. I can share a story from last year. We had we shot 2 bulls at one time, basically, and we were coming up the mountain with our last haul. It took us basically all day, and it was I think it was probably 10, 11 at night, and it started to snow to where you couldn't see like 5 feet in front of you. And we got turned around probably 10 different times, and we got into this thick, nasty stuff that you could barely walk through. You can't see. You're so disorganized.
Yeah.
Trying to watch your Onyx and trying to figure out, but you're still going in circles. It's like, what the heck is going on?
The exact same thing happened to me in Colorado. First week.
I believe it. Yeah, for sure. There's I can't think of the word right now, but you can literally track how you're moving on Onyx now. And I finally turned that on, and then I could kind of see where my trail was going, and then it kind of got us out of there. But without that, we were going in circles for another couple hours. But we finally got back to base camp at like 2, 3 in the morning. We were just tuckered out, to say the least.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And that's actually one of the cool things that I like. The more you talk to hunters, the more we experience different environments. And out here in Virginia and West Virginia, my biggest worries are one, get hurt. Whether I'm stand hunting or I'm kind of fair chasing it. If I get hurt, I'm stuck. And chances are nobody in the area is going to know how to come find me, other than by some miracle. And it's probably going to be my wife. And then I'm dead anyways. But in the East Coast, our biggest fears are environmental. Whether it's snakes or possibly the cold, when we do you have cold environment. Just because we're not used to it. But if you go like out west, there's so many more danger factors. Or if you went down to the Southwest, Texas, Arizona, things like that. Literally, most of your danger factors can be consumed with water, and the lack of it.
Right.
So it's amazing the things we can learn from each other as we kind of span the continent.
Right, for sure. I believe I have a lucky horseshoe or something, because for this year I drew a tag down in Arizona for late season elk.
Awesome.
I've never been down to Arizona, so Brian, I don't know what to expect. It's going to be completely different, and I got scorpion, snakes, lack of water.
Yeah.
Way different than hunting out in Montana, Idaho, or Wyoming.
It's going to be massively different. I was just there for a family trip, and my in-laws live in Phoenix. And it's funny. I'm originally from the Northeast, and then I moved to a little bit of the Southeast.
Yeah.
I go to Phoenix with my wife. We go to Phoenix and we go to Texas. And I go to Phoenix and I walk outside of our hotel and I'm like, man, I hate all of this. It is 4 trillion degrees outside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Yeah, my wife and I are going down next weekend I'm just going to do quite a bit of driving around, scouting, kind of understand the lay of the land. Do I bring my llamas? Do I not bring my llamas? Do I bring a 4-wheeler? I mean, I have no idea what to expect, man. I've never hunted down there before in my life.
Well, it'll be hopefully be eye-opening for you, but sometimes those are just once in a lifetime experiences. Yeah, just
absolutely.
Even if it's an unsuccessful one, just go out there and just grind, man. Have fun out there. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, there's no bad days in real tree camouflage. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. You hit it right on the head right there, man. What else do you want to talk about with hunting?
Well, to be honest, my a little bit of my focus, like I said, kind of a funny story, and not really a story, maybe a little bit of an eye opener I've had in my life, and it does go back to how hunting can be feeling. I wasn't a super avid hunter when I was younger. I just never had the opportunity. My dad wasn't a big hunter. We were gun guys. My dad was from Boston, Massachusetts. That is not a very hunter-friendly state most of the time. So when I finally kind of grew up a little bit, and this is I consider my 30s being when I grew up. That's when I really got interested in hunting. And what I learned this from other veterans. The focus that hunting provided me when I was going through issues with trauma, depression, whatever you want to call it. Any number of problems that everyone would have. These guys helped me find a new focus. And I think that's really poignant in the hunting community. how we can use it to help others. We all run into that dude in our life that's kind of lost. And the outdoors provide so much that could possibly heal that person. Not every one of them. But there's definitely something one of those things that's worth a shot. And
yeah, absolutely.
I've always been a big proponent of it. I think that it also builds a greater family structure. You know what I mean? Sometimes dads and sons love to disagree, and sometimes the only thing they can agree on is hunting. Or fishing. Or they don't, and it's their whole thing. But I think that's why. It's one of the reasons why I reached out to you was just because I really like to spread the word that there's so much out there that the outdoor community, that the hunting community can provide by us all creating. Not necessarily best friends communities, but communities where we all know each other. Yeah,
absolutely, man. I just talking kind of from myself, or even hearing what you're having to say. I mean, we look forward to hunting all year. We put time and effort and money into something that we're so passionate about, and it gives so much back to us, and it's just incredible. I mean, and then just speaking for myself and kind of my hunting over the years, I've gone out west. I've gone on hunts by myself, solo. I've had great success with it. I think this bull right up here I shot solo, just myself and 2 llamas. But then, like last year, for example, I went on a hunt out in Montana with 2 buddies, and we were very successful, to say the least. But it was about those experiences and connecting with each other, relying on each other, and we embraced the suck on that adventure, but it was incredible. And it's not the same hunting just by yourself. I mean, there's times where you want to go on a hunt every once in a while just by yourself and kind of see what you're made of and have fun by yourself, but then there's other times where it's like, okay, I can't bullshit or kind of talk to anyone else, and hearing each other bitch and complain, you know what I mean? And then having those stories when you get back and sharing with other guys or with your family, it's just, I think there's something about hunting with a community. And even if you don't go out to hunt, it's nice to know, hey, Brian shot a nice deer, and to hear his story about it and to collaborate together. I just feel like this industry is kind of missing some of that. And then when you got guys trying to sell the public land, and you get into all that politics, it's like we're missing something to where we can really team up and rally and really embrace, hey, we got a tight-knit community here, and you better not mess with our land, otherwise we're gonna make a stink about it.
Yeah, I agree. I got two things for that. One, the community and remembering what it's like to hang out together. This past year, first time I was on a kill permit. We were working some breweries and some vineyards, and it was me. Another one of my very close friends, fellow instructors. He's a former. Sorry, they never say former. He's the United States Marine infantryman. And then our other friend, who was a Marine Corps Scout sniper. And that kill permit, even though we were unsuccessful 90% of the time, 95% of the time, was so fun. Just because it was the three of us together, making fun of each other, not having to take it too seriously. You know, if we saw a deer, great. If we didn't, we didn't. Pairing each other up. Forgetting gear at the truck. It was such a casual hunting experience. But we loved it. It was such a great bonding experience that we had forgotten about until we were together. Second thing I wanted to say. You are so right about the public land thing. And I paid so heavily attention to social media when that was happening.
Right.
And I was actually very proud of our community in a way. Because
yeah, absolutely.
Nobody backed down. And keep in mind, we're hunters, right?
Yeah.
So most of us, and I'm not going to, nobody hate me for this, but most of us are pretty conservative. But when they came to a topic like us losing our public land, it didn't matter what flag we threw. It really didn't matter at all. We were all in it together to say this is wrong, even though we agree with so many other parts of this bill, or we agree with so many other parts of our chosen political party. This is the one that we will not bend on. Yeah, we see no good.
And the fear that I have, they've tried this now this year. It's coming again and again and again, and they're going to get tactful with it. And that's why it's like we really need to be tight knit and really make us think about it. And we need to have our ducks in a row for when it happens again. And that's all I can say about that, I guess. I mean,
I'm with you. I think you're a person that has taken the right step in that regard. It's creating teams. It's creating groups. And it doesn't matter if we're all separate. It doesn't matter if I start a Northern Virginia, West Virginia hunting league, and then join Team Hunt is over here. We will always, the more of us, the more opposition we are. And we can stop things like that.
Absolutely.
If we worry too much about who's wearing whose t-shirt, it's not going to help anybody. We should all just realize they're the same t-shirt. They just say different things. Yeah.
Absolutely. We all care about our public land and being a conservationist and just being out there enjoying life in the outdoors. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And education comes next too. Teach the next generation of hunters. Yeah, they need it. Yeah. My kid, he's my stepson. Not a huge avid hunter, but he loves the fact that his stepdad loves hunting. From what I can glean from him. And he wants to learn. It's not going to be as big a part of his life as it is for me. But maybe it's the bond between the two of us where we can spend time together. And he can learn something from me. And then maybe one day I'll pretend I learned something from him. I think that the next generation's important as long as they're involved in some aspect.
Yeah, absolutely. What else you got on your mind, Brian?
I got a whole lot of thoughts about this upcoming season.
Yeah.
Have you ever bear hunted before?
I have not, but that is definitely on my list. I would like to get out in the mountains, do a good bear hunt.
Yeah, I want one sometime in the near future. I keep telling my wife that's one birthday present I want. I don't care what it is. Send me somewhere for a bear hunt.
Right.
So that's been on my mind a lot, to be honest.
Okay. So that was kind of one of my questions what is your kind of dream hunt, or what are you looking forward to in the next couple of years for a hunt, or are you putting in for points what do you got coming up? What do you want to do?
My next goal is definitely that bear hunt. Doing just one just to get started. It's always a challenge I've wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm such a gun guy that I want to make it. This one's going to be gun focused. It usually isn't. But it's like I started building the gun 5 years ago in my brain, and I'll make it a reality.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
And then for the next couple years, I really see myself doing a little bit more fair chase hunting in Virginia. A lot less stand hunting. And it's just because I love the movement of it. You know, I just figured out how to use on X, and it was like teaching a raccoon to read. The first time I put it on my phone. But I really want to. I want to get out about a little bit more and break some of the traditions of what would be considered East Coast hunting.
Yeah, for sure. My brother and I just did a podcast. We kind of talked about hunting public land versus private land, and we used to always think, got to hunt private land. That's where all the animals, that's where they're all at. But then we kind of ventured out and started hunting public land, and you can really find some good animals on public land and some honey holes that where people don't get to, and you just get kind of caught up in what you've always done and what you've always thought, and you just really got to get outside that barrier, experience new things.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, my mother just moved to New Hampshire, and being from the Northeast, I honestly never once hunted up there. And it's kind of been a little bit attractive to me to try to hunt in a different place. You know? And so I found out that out-of-state licenses in New Hampshire really aren't that expensive. They're within a price point that I can accept.
Yeah.
There's so much more in the arena hunting that we all could try. You know, I know guys that have only done small game like their entire life. They're big bird hunters. They've traveled all over the world, hunting uplands, and they love it. And then I'll mention to them, the idea of hunting whitetail, and getting a little dirty, getting some blood on you, and it almost looks like a look of terror in their eyes. They're like, I don't want to do that whole deal. They look at you like you're the crazy hillbilly of the group, and I'm like, man, it's a enjoyable type of hunting if you're willing to put the work in.
Oh yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on a Western hunt?
Gonna happen. It's a little bit more of an expensive prospect.
It sure is.
But it'll definitely be worth it. Once I can break myself a little bit away from my crazy work schedule. I work a lot. There are days. There are weeks I'll work for 2 weeks straight. And that's just my dedication. I'm not being forced to do it. It's because I love it. I love it. But
for sure.
But once I can normalize my life a little bit, and me and my wife can kind of settle down a little bit, it'll force feed those ideas into my head, and it'll push me a little bit harder to do them. We have a trailer. We have a beautiful Novo, like no boundaries trailer that we have barely used.
Now you better break it in, man.
I got a moving house that I could drive places without out west.
What species would you go after if you went out west?
I honestly, I might throw you a little bit on this one. I think it would be muley. And the reason I say that is because most people say elk.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go in their big elk hunt.
Right.
I'm a deer hunter. I'm a deer hunter. Elk are the biggest deer. Moose are, but I want to get a couple muley under my belt. I think it would just be. It just seems like every time I watch it on TV, or I have a friend who comes back and tells me a story, it just seems like such a rigorous and engaged hunt. It seems like such a blending of like East Coast, West Coast. Bigger, meaner deer. That's what I look at.
Yeah, if you're anything like me, you're gonna get hooked on mule deer if you ever start.
I have a feeling I will. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a lot bigger than a whitetail. They hop and move different than a whitetail, and you hunt them just a little bit different than a whitetail.
Yeah.
They're a remarkable creature too. I've never mountain hunted mule deer. I've usually hunted them out in South Dakota. One side of my family is from Pierre, South Dakota, so we know quite a bit of good country out there to hunt mule deer in, but that is another hunt on my bucket list, a mountain mule deer hunt. That's kind of what I want to get after one of these years, but probably in velvet. That'd be pretty cool too. So
it's funny. You know, you look at mule deer hunting. Whether you're watching Meat Eater or you're watching, whatever show you're watching, and you see those mule deer like trucking up the mountain, and they look so stout and like almost intimidating. And then I'm out here on the East Coast with the whitetail that we have that I appreciate fully. We know that. But I look at those deer and I'm like, man, that thing goes like 200 yards up a mountain. It's taking a nap.
His neck is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's awesome. Cool. What else you got, man?
Not too terribly much else. I think that a lot of the enjoyment I get. Actually, I'll just even talk about doing podcasts like this. A lot of the enjoyment I get out of this is talking to people that are so like-minded to me and so dedicated to the sport that we play, and and how different we can be at the same time. Yeah, I mean, like we're in such different places, different environments that we grew up in. Different places that we love to hunt, different places that we call home in the woods. Yeah, I mean, and that's what makes this new world of online association so much better. You and I would never have met if this was 15 years ago. Like, we would have been a chance meeting if we had met in the modern day hunt.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just an outsider looking in, you can definitely tell that Brian and Cody have a passion for the outdoors and hunting, and they just obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
And there's nothing wrong with that obsession. Like all the things to be obsessed about. Probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, it keeps us motivated and driven, and for all the right reasons. I mean, just speaking for myself, I get so tunnel vision on my hunting that it's, okay, I got to eat right. I got to sleep right. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm going to do this and that to where I'm going to set myself up to be in a position to have an incredible hunt. And hopefully it's with a team of guys where we're going to go out there and make some memories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel the exact same way. I find I do less stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I'm worried I'm going to hurt myself. Not be able to go on it.
Absolutely. Especially when it's a month or two away, it's like, I don't think I'm going to do that today.
Yeah, I should just wrap myself in egg crates and stay in the basement.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Cool. I always want to keep pushing the boundary with my shooting. Long distance shooting. Once you get into long distance shooting, what are some good pointers to, or what should I be? Last year, I started probably shooting out to 600 yards with my 300 Win Mag. I was able to get a decent grouping with, or I was basically within a pie shape or whatever. But what are the next steps to get past that and to get into the 1,000 yards, kind of like where you're at right now?
So, it's gonna seem complicated, but it's simple.
Okay.
Your next steps. After you've learned your optic, the next thing you want to do is you want to start to invite technology into your world.
Okay.
We teach a very tactical class here in long distance, but it applies all over. Accuracy is final. And two things that you want to have in your kit are going to be a laser rangefinder, without a doubt, and get a decent one. Vortex loophole. I don't care what it is. Name brands.
Yep.
Make sure you have one in your gear. And then the next thing you want to do is take a Kestrel class. Kestrels are incredible. Without a doubt.
Okay.
You will learn how to use your scope, and use your environment so much better. Shoot so much more accurately, and you'll understand your rifle better. You'll understand what it does, what it's capable of. All these words that people didn't understand before when they get into using a kestrel meter. They understand why their muzzle velocity and why their barrel twist rate are components into their accurate shooting. Okay. So those are the two things that I recommend to everybody. And I don't care if you take an online kestrel class. Take one.
Okay.
Learn how to feed all that info into your kestrel. Use your laser rangefinder. And then, a funny thing I've learned, because I didn't do it because I was dumb. Always know what your muzzle velocity is. Like, know what it is, because when you feed it into that little computer, man, you'll be amazed how much that range card you create helps you.
Right. Do you have a kestrel that you recommend?
5700.
5700.
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
Go for the big boy. It's going to cost you about $600, but it is worth its weight in gold. I promise you.
Oh, I bet. Once you get everything locked in, it's basically just pulling the trigger, right?
Yeah, I have like 15 guns saved in mine.
Okay.
And my ammo doesn't vary anymore. Yeah, I used to be like, I'm was trying device cream. I'm going to try this ammo, this ammo. And then once I start to learn, I just know what box ammo I'm going to grab every single time.
I've done that same thing. I did go through a whole bunch of different ammo. Just like, you're just wasting money at that point, it seems like.
Yeah, you're like $600 into ammo during the year, and you're like, I have no idea what I spent that.
Easy. Yeah, that's for sure. That's
funny. But yeah, those are for your long range shooting. Those are your next steps. And then I'll tell you, man, it doesn't hurt to take a class. If you find a rifleman skill class out there, like we teach one here, and it's great for people. It really is. It teaches them positional shooting, gives them some idea of the capabilities of their gun. I mean, it doesn't have to be an expensive one. Spend a couple $100, take a rifle class, and learn what you don't know yet.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Well, I appreciate that. Right on, man. Well, thank you, Brian, for being on this podcast.
My pleasure.
Can't appreciate you enough, and we'll definitely have to keep in touch, share stories, and hopefully we can get you out west here one of these days.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, if you're ever looking for a liver deer, come on out here to the East Coast. I'll find you one.
I might have to take you up on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, by all means, keep in touch, Brian, and hope all is well with you, and good luck this year with your hunts and what you got going on.
You as well, brother. I hope all stays well with you and yours.
Thank you. Take care, man.
All right,
appreciate it.
That's a wrap for this episode. Remember to stretch those legs, scout new trails, and share Join Team Hunt with a friend. The next story with that ultimate team is just around the bend.